Welcome to Untold Lores, The Crimson Wedding Invitation, Part 1 of 4. Li Wei had been living alone in his ancestral home for 3 months when the red envelope appeared under his door. The paper felt strange beneath his fingertips, too smooth, too cold, and when he held it up to the lamplight, he could swear he saw dark stains bleeding through from within. His grandmother had been dead for 2 years, yet the elegant calligraphy on the envelope was unmistakably hers. The invitation inside was written in the same flowing script he remembered from childhood birthday cards and festival greetings. It requested his presence at a wedding ceremony tonight at the abandoned Moonlight Pavilion deep in the bamboo forest. The bride's name was listed as Mei Ling, his childhood friend who had drowned in the village pond 15 years ago. Li Wei's hands trembled as he read the final line, "Your attendance is not optional. The dead remember their promises." He tried to convince himself it was someone's sick joke, but the invitation began to feel warm in his hands, then hot, until the edges started to smolder with an ethereal blue flame that didn't burn. Setting it down quickly, he watched as the flames died away, leaving the paper completely intact. As the sun began to set, painting his room in shades of amber and red, Li Wei found himself putting on his best ceremonial hanfu, the deep blue robes his grandmother had given him for his 18th birthday. He told himself he was just going to prove it was a hoax to put his mind at ease. But deep down, he knew he had no choice. The forest path to Moonlight Pavilion was overgrown and treacherous, lit only by the pale moon filtering through the dense canopy above. Strange sounds echoed through the darkness, whispers that might have been wind, footsteps that might have been falling leaves. Every shadow seemed to move with purpose, reaching toward him with fingers of darkness. As he climbed higher up the mountain path, the air grew colder, and he began to see his breath misting before him, despite the warm autumn night. The bamboo stalks around him swayed without any breeze, creating an eerie symphony that seemed to guide his steps forward. Li Wei's lantern flickered constantly, as if something invisible was trying to extinguish the flame. When he finally emerged into the clearing where Moonlight Pavilion stood, his breath caught in his throat. The ancient structure, which had been a crumbling ruin for decades, now gleamed as if newly built. Red silk banners fluttered from every pillar, and warm golden light poured from the windows and doorway. The sound of traditional wedding music drifted across the clearing, played on instruments that sounded both beautiful and somehow wrong. Guests in elaborate hanfu were filing into the pavilion, their movements graceful but stiff, like dolls being pulled by invisible strings. Li Wei approached slowly, his lantern now burning with an unnatural blue flame that cast dancing shadows across his face. As he drew closer to the entrance, he could see the guests more clearly, and his blood turned to ice in his veins. Every single wedding guest was someone from the village who had died in the past 20 years, and they were all turning to stare directly at him. That's it for Part 1. Follow Untold Lores for Part 2. Like and subscribe for daily stories.